and today we're here with
Solomon Hayes,
okay, big artist.
you know.
Now let's get into it. Weren't you recently married?
I am recently married to my wife, Malaysia Hayes. She's in the back.
Shout out Malaysia. So can you walk us through what it's like to be a newlywed and how that inspired your EP?
What it's like to be newlywed. It's death. It's dying to yourself if you're gonna be quite frank about it. But it's a good thing. It's a good kind of death. I'm learning. I've only been married for a couple months, so I'm learning like that every single day she's gonna look at me and she's either gonna love what she sees or she's gonna hate what she sees. And she's gonna tell me.
Communication is key.
Communication it's super key. That's the only reason we even got together for the real part, was the communication was thorough. Yeah, it's helped me realize it helped me realize that I'm not as holy as I thought I was. She made me realize that I'm
Kind
not
of like
that.
a mirror.
Like a mirror, quite frankly, a very, very clear one. It's like if I see a smudge, I like have to get it, or it's just gonna build up. It's a whole thing, and if I don't do it right, it smears. I have to like literally pray and do the work, or it's gonna keep popping up, and she's gonna keep telling me, "Hey, you're throwing dirt on me. This is nasty." So, yeah.
But I think that's a good note too, because there was something that you stated where you were like, it's death, right? However, in the Bible, it's telling us essentially you have to die to self. And when you're getting married, you're becoming one with a whole new individual who is like you. So essentially, yeah, your old self is dying because you're now merging. So you mentioning the fact that she highlights certain things in you for you to correct, and I'm sure you do the same for her. Essentially, you guys are merging into one and you're building on that, which is the point of marriage, which I noticed was all throughout your EP, which was dope to see. The first song I want to point out is the song Is You Blind?
Yeah.
So it felt like a lot of intense emotions for that one.
Oh, for
we had
sure.
pain, we had support for your spouse. Walk us through that.
Oh my gosh. Just even thinking about it now, every time I think about it, the, I was having a hard time writing in general in terms of like the time period in which I made the record, and I just said, okay, what am I feeling?
Okay.
So I put the instrumentation together, which wasn't a lot. It was just some strings. That was really it. And I wrote out, because before I even wrote the song, I had just got off the phone with my wife, and she was explaining to me how I'm not going to say too much of her business, because,
That's between y'all.
That's between us. But like, she was just stressed out about her living situation and how people were treating her at the time. And it quite frankly, like, irritates the living life out of me when people don't get it.
Because it's someone that you love.
That's not even just someone I love. That's somebody that I'm willing to like, I'll die for, in a metaphorical sense, because that's clearly what I'm saying. But like, yeah, I was just pretty much writing out, the people closest around her, y'all stretched her out. Just all the different pains that she was explaining to me, and just explaining how, I'm the one who has to pick up her crown and fix it. I'm the one who has to make sure she's happy. I'm the one who has to make sure she's in prayer and make sure that she's held together to the best of my ability. I'm still a broken person, but that's probably, I think, where I allowed myself to even use profanity in the record, because I wanted to get out as rawly as I felt. And I remember sending it to a few of my homies. They'll ignore the hell out of me if a record's trash or they're not feeling it. So when they respond to me like, no, this is raw, I felt this, I was like, this is the intro. This is how I'm walking into my marriage. Like, all y'all is tripping, I'll take it from here.
Because it hit home for me too. Because the emotions, I feel like what really stuck out was the fact that you were combating spiritual warfare that your spouse was going through with prayer. But at the same time, as you're combating, you're also going through it with her. Like, you're getting through the storms together, which I noticed was like a big theme throughout the entire EP. Like, you guys are locked in. It's us. This is our new journey. So I thought that was very dope to Also, the fact that you added different elements of faith. You had mentioned First Corinthians.
Yeah.
What made you choose that specific book?
Love's an action.
Mm-hmm.
It's an action. I feel like that record makes it an action. You know what I'm saying? Like that. I think you can claim you love somebody all day long.
Mm-hmm.
I've definitely claimed to love girls, and my actions were not reflecting it, and that even took time to realize, or to claim you love people. But like, are you being patient with them? Are you being kind with them? Are you not rejoicing when some evil stuff happens to them? Like those minor things. And I think if I interpret the text correctly, all of those actions have to happen at once for it to be love. If one of those things are missing, I don't think you're operating in love, and I could be interpreting that wrong. You can be you can mistake love with infatuation. I've done it before. So yeah, it just was appropriate, and I was in Corinthians, quite honestly, around that time. Like it just made everything aligned for the record, and for me to even mention the text there.
I love that, honestly. Because next, let's move on to the next one that I was personally banging. It was Wifey Status. That one.
I was in a little bit.
Let's talk about it. Let's talk about it. Because what made you decide to go with Wifey Status? What is Wifey Status to you? What does that mean?
Wifey Status is like you're not no little bitty in my phone no more. You really like you my wife for real, like on some like, yo, show off your ring. Let's what's the bars? I said like not the same dude, I've been holding you down, now weighing you down, pull up in the skirt, sightsee new town, have a picnic on the top of the whip, don't need a full clip because my energy sound, brand new dude, brand new sound. I can go down the whole thing, but I was writing out in that, like I was just changing my sound, which is why I went with more of a house kind of thing. I've never done house music. That was like my attempt.
It was definitely a different vibe, but it went well. It went very well.
Meshed with the process. All right, cool. We got this dude screaming at me about, I guess, us doing his wife wrong. We have Michael Taja, his wife, in there, and then we got the little turnover where it's like, you know, we are about to, let's go run off and get married, and you're my wifey. Whatever we on, like for real, I'll put you on for real. I'll put you on, girl. Yeah.
Cause period. And I love how you were hyping her up. Like all throughout the album, I see how much you really love and care about your wife. Because even in your tough songs, it was still but that's my girl.
That's mine.
Like don't ever play in her face.
Yeah.
And I could stand that.
I'm even learning to make sure that it's not just in records. There's been moments where I can rap that. Now I gotta live it. There was an example a couple of days ago where she addressed me that I had to talk to one of the homies. He had crossed the line a little bit. And in that moment, I'm like, all right, it's time. He's a much bigger dude than me. Like if he wanted to chop me down, but that's the homie.
David took down Goliath.
You know, I'll hopefully never get to that place. I love him, but it was like one of those moments. Like, all right, cool, you can say all that in them records, but are you gonna hold her down in person? I'm a pacifist. I don't even like to fight. I'm not that kind of dude. I like to use my words, but in that aspect, all right, then fight with your words, with kindness and with negotiation skills, and that's what I did. And luckily, it worked out. So, yeah.
There was actually one of your songs that it resonated with me. It resonated with me because you had essentially were talking about the fact that you missed your partner and how you were like willing to go to certain lengths for your partner, but your homeboys are calling you a simp. And I just like enjoyed the fact that you stood on business. And you're like, okay, but you don't have no home cooked meals. You don't have anything going on right now.
Yeah, that record, that's something different. That's with with Money, with my homegirl Money Palmer. She crazy. She was coming to the crib, writing records and just knocking them out. I think me and Malaysia we had got into it on the phone, but when I came back, she had wrote this the whole beginning of the song she had done, and I heard it, and I'm telling you, I lost my mind because I was like, yo, no one sees this gold in my hand. I remember I went to my lake that's around the crib. I sat down and I just waited and just was writing, and I was just excited. I definitely took inspiration from Ye, the flow of it all. Like I ain't gotta look, and like it's in the sense of just like, yeah, I don't, y'all tripping because she's not out here. She's out the way. But guess what? She'll be home soon, and y'all only tripping because you almost forgot. Like we come like I try not to bring race into too much stuff, but like as Black people, like we come from some of us come from broken homes and come from like generations that are just like that, and y'all must have forgot. in the end times, men are going to be lovers of self.
Mm.
And in that, you will forget to love your neighbor. Your neighbor also being the helpers that you're probably assigned to that you are ignoring. Y'all almost forgot the home cooked meals. You forgot the Bible study days. What's my favorite bar on that? Gosh, I can't remember, but yeah, that's like they can say whatever. I hit a home run. I really did, and I don't shy away from it. That's the one for real. Yeah.
Now, how did those elements contribute to circling back to your EP?
Which elements specifically?
The elements of holding down your partner, the elements of really standing on business for your partner, and truly deciding to love them despite what's going on and despite what you're being told.
I think if anything, it just gave a baseline just for a project for real. I did a similar project. It was called the Wildflower EP. This is like Honeymoon in Houston is the continuation of the Wildflower EP. I like to make series of projects. I have another project coming, which I'm not going to talk about yet, but I like to do part 1, part 2, part 3, whether they're new titles or whatever. There's a sequencing of it all. So I think it just gave a baseline. Yeah, that's about it.
Now, there's one song I wanted to also bring up, and it was called Showstopper.
Showstopper. You know what's crazy about Showstopper? Showstopper didn't make the album. It did not make the album. But I think a couple records that did make the album. What is the track list? The track list is You Blind? Wifey Status. You would think I would just know these off top. It's because I have so much music going in my head. Wifey Status. Touchdown in H-Town. Bear Creek Rolling Rink. What is after Bear Creek Rolling Rink? That is the Money Palmer, Something Different, Locked Up, and then the outro. Yeah, Showstopper didn't make it, but I think what took its place was Touchdown in H-Town. It was a swap. It was a swap. Touchdown in H-Town was like the whole premise of the project itself was like after me and my wife got married, we took a trip to Houston. And we were like, it lined up that way where it was like, all right, cool, we're gonna spend like a weekend in Houston and like kick it. So that song itself is a documentation of like us being out there taking that trip. Like the first bars being for real, hopping on the plane and we heading out to Houston. 2 a.m, we running on Cupid. No one on the plane better do nothing stupid. Nah, for real. Fresh off the altar, ring on blink, like really just writing out the trip itself. Yeah, and it was lit. It was cool. Did you think it was cool? She thought it was cool. You know, she thought it was cool.
Listen, due to the lyrics, it sounded like a time was had. It was a very great adventure. I'm sure a lot of newlyweds could honestly resonate with what you were saying.
100%. Definitely. Without a doubt.
Listen, what would you say is one of your pieces on the EP that resonates with you the most? Today?
Because it changes.
I know it changes, but you got to pick one. Just one.
I would think the outro. It would be the outro. Because that was the last record written. Quite literally did it a few days before I turned it in. Because the album will be out, the EP will be out tomorrow by the time you're seeing this. So, and what did I name it? I don't remember. But the premise of it was, I felt like when I was making the project, it didn't have a sensual record. If it makes any sense. The project was like cool, it was a bunch of fun. It's like, all right, cool. Oh, they're hopping on a plane, they're going to Houston. Oh, they're in fast rentals, having a good time. Oh, they're skating. Oh, they have these cool dance records. And then we have the single Locked Up, which is going crazy in the streets, which I never thought I would say.
Locked Up is a banger. Is a banger. Excuse me. Is a banger. Very much.
Oh my gosh. But that last record is something I feel like it needed something sexy because the trip was sexy. I'm like, we grown. I'm married, and it's legal in the kingdom.
I noticed that bar.
Let's get it cracking. I'm not playing no games. I needed something like that. Something that was going to be like, all right, cool, we have all this fun stuff, but what is like the um the connecting piece
Mm-hmm.
that really makes a person one. So I would say right now that's my favorite one, but outside of that, it's gonna be Locked Up. That's I do believe that is gonna be the song where while I'm working it, when I end up doing more promo runs, when I'm doing my shows, that's gonna be the song that's gonna hopefully put me on the map in terms of like a sound. I think I'm going to be in that pocket a lot.
I don't know. I think you had a lot of good ones. All of them could take off, and all of them will take off.
Oh, thank you.
Come on now. The whole EP was a banger. But now, since you've been bringing up Locked Up, because that one, it's tea, let's talk about it.
Okay.
So, the one part I liked was when you were talking about, like, missing your partner and missing the smell and the oils of that part. That part. Because you all know that your partners have a certain smell, a certain scent, and you want to be around them.
Yeah.
So let's get into that part.
I think just like what was it? Like after the Houston trip, this was a real thing. After the Houston trip, we got married. She had to end up going back to where she was staying. She was staying in a different state. I don't want to give out too much information, but she was staying in a different state. Um she was moving in soon, you know what I'm saying? She was gonna be coming home, I think in about a week from that time. I had just left with my church. We went and got some ice cream. Shout out to the Pastor Kennedy. He was holding it down. He always buys ice cream for like the church every once a month. And that was the moment I got to really bond with the gang. And it just anytime I'm out and she's not with me, I'd be like, yo, she would have thought that joke was funny. I don't think it's funny, but she would have enjoyed that. You know what I'm saying? And I'll think of all the things she would have like did, even if it does get on my nerves. Like it's still like she would be there. And I was listening to um what was it? Drake and Party had just dropped that project, Sexy Songs for You, and I heard Somebody Who Loves Me for the first time. And I was sitting in my car and I was like, this melody on the hook is this is contagious. I see why it's as big as it is now. I sat down, I heard a beat, and I just started writing like how I was feeling. And I took pieces of that melody, reworked it, and I think that was probably the quickest and easiest song I've written to date. I did not have to re-record it. It was one session, knocked it out, and anyone I played it for, it wasn't a question. It wasn't a question, and I think it just showed me that love is cool. I just feel like we're getting back into a time where talking about love is cool. I do think we went through a time period where like being outside and just like hating on the opposite sex was like the wave, or being like a dude or a girl who doesn't have emotions or just playing folks is cool. And I used to be like that. I won't say I used to be like that. I definitely think before I got shaved by Jesus, I definitely was like a serial dater, but it stopped and I was like, bro, how many more? That was a question, like how many more? Um Yeah, man, that song is it's contagious. It's contagious. It's real. It's legit. Every lyric I meant it. Girl, I ponder on you every single day like I'm Drizzy Drake or nothing. What's it saying? I was playing Frank at Ocean View today. That provider, me and her, we used to have provider on loop for well, I think a couple weeks just back to back. Cause that Frank Ocean is like he needs to come back, please. But yeah,
There's another element of that I kind of wanted to point out. It's like you had mentioned the fact that there was a time where the generation, like, there was honestly no love. It was either you play or get played type of situation, right? But I feel like from a deeper stance, that's also a representation of their stance with Jesus at that time. Like the element of how close they were with God, how close the generation was with God. Do you think that God is now more people are talking about him and more people are gravitating towards him?
I think I think it's really I don't how do I say it? I don't like to speak for I don't like to generalize people because I only know how do I word it. I'm really big on not saying all men, all women. Quite frankly, I don't know y'all folks. I don't know them. You know what I'm saying? I know my little circle. I know who I see, and I know what my timeline feeds me because your timeline is a reflection of what you're interested in. So, from my understanding, yeah, people are talking about God more, but you could be talking about God all day long if you're not
Acting on
it,
it.
and also confessing Christ as your Savior, it's just falling on deaf ears.
Mm-hmm.
It's falling on deaf ears. So I think the conversations about God are happening more from my lens, and I could also be wrong. For all I know, I could be put into this really small bubble like this, and the world's this big, and it looks that's a thing, like where you can think everybody's thinking this same thing. What was it? I think we came in here earlier. What was you talking about? We was talking about something. Gosh, I don't remember. Oh my gosh, that's besides the point. Point being, yeah, I think the conversation about God is definitely getting bigger. But it got to be deeper now. We could talk about it all day. Are you in your word?
Mm-hmm.
Do you have a community to be in your word with? Are you being honest? Do you know how to pray? Are you a hypocrite? Are your actions matching your word? Are you being a good witness? Do you know the gospel? Do you know how to spread the gospel? There's a lot of people who claim to know God and don't know what the gospel is. You can run around saying all this. If I asked you, yo, what is the gospel? You're going to sit here and tell me Genesis. And I'm like, nah, that's not the gospel. So
Well, what is the gospel?
the gospel, from my understanding, I'm open to being corrected, is that the Lord Yahweh sent his son, his only begotten son, who is also a piece of the Trinity, Jesus, down to earth. He was 100% man, 100% God.
Mm-hmm.
He came down to not only fulfill the prophecies that were given in the Old Testament, but to also die on the cross, a sacrificial death, a perfect death. He lived a perfect life, top to bottom, did not sin against the Lord. Defeat hell, death, and the grave, and raise on the third day, so that we can have eternal life, and that anyone who were to believe in him and believe not just of his existence, to believe that he died for us, they will be given eternal life. And if you accept that, then be prepared for a roller coaster, because being a follower in Christ is not easy.
Mm-hmm.
It actually makes life a little harder because it brings awareness. You know what? You know the saying, like ignorance is bliss. You know what I'm saying? Like that idea is, it takes it off, takes the blindfold off. So if you see everything, you're aware of everything. You have to. That's the idea of like a narrow road. You can move whenever when you're not seeing that there's a Lego brick on the ground. You step on it, oh my gosh, or like there's a spear coming this way. But if you see it all, there's a specific pathway to go straight down where you may get hit by those things, but you're still gonna make it to your destination.
And how much easier is it for you to now walk with God, but you have your partner by your side?
How much easier? I would say it makes the conversations easier, and it makes relatability easier.
Mm-hmm.
It makes it easy. I would say the challenges, though, come with like, not only do you have God holding you accountable, but he's now placed a helper to look at you too.
Mm-hmm.
And then you got the Holy Spirit on top of that. So it's a lot, but I would say for the most part, it's great. I've definitely changed as a person. She's made me a better man. And she has inspired me to make, I would say, my second to best project before this other project that's coming later. And then she made my best song ever. Locked Up is the best song I've ever written in my entire life. I made a lot of songs, but this is my best. This is the best version of me, man. My socks match. If you know, you know.
I hear you.
You know what I'm saying?
I'm working on that.
Ankle socks with the knee-high socks. Crazy. That's how I was living.
2 different combos?
That's how I was living.
In real time?
Yes. What?
She's healed you.
What else? Dirty nails? I'm doing a little better. But before, you don't know about it. But before, it was crazy. What else? Ashy ankles. Clean your ankles. Brother. Like, she's taught me a lot. And germs too. It's legit. I didn't know how dirty I was till I got me a girl. You never know. When she's like, oh, can you come over to my place instead? Well, why? Why you hate my place? I'm just comfortable here. What are you saying? Your place is dirty. I got you. Just tell me that.
So, ultimately, what we have learned is 1, God brings in relationships for you. And sometimes your spouse helps you with your cleaning habits. And they help you grow in ways because, God cleanses us. So, you need to be physically clean and spiritually clean. Locked Up is a song of the year. Song of the decade. Song of the century.
They can go home. I'm here.
And as now, what is your favorite verse off of Locked Up? I know it's hard, but
That one's a little easier because it's like the structure of the song is easy. Like it goes hook, verse, which is like 4 bars, and then it goes pre-hook, and then hook, verse, and pre-hook. I think if I'm going based off the 4 bar hooks would be like the first verse, because it's like you went out of town for a while, needle and haystack, trying to crack a smile, glory to God, but these winter nights really getting cold. Hey, it don't help that you married to me too. We go together like your feet and Jimmy Choo. Miss the smell of your oils and daily perfumes. Like, first off, she don't wear Jimmy Choo. That was cap. But it was the idea of like
you didn't have to put her business out there.
sometimes you just gotta
We
know.
could have rocked with it.
It's just good.
Today
song.
she do.
I guess.
Not too much on her.
No, you know what I'm saying? Listen, she fly. But overall, I like that verse because it's just like, it's just a man missing his girl. Like, I miss my girl. That's my homie, you know? And I think that was the best way I could express that. And then the action of getting her home is the second verse. And I think that's fly and all, but I think what did Mr. Aubrey Graham say? I think making records for girls is wavy, you know? I think it's wavy, man.
Okay.
Real team, you know? Bad man. Crazy word.
Please.
Don't y'all know?
Listen.
That's racial. Crazy.
Listen, what is something that you want listeners and viewers to take away from your EP?
What do I want listeners and the rest of them folk to take away from this EP? I think I have 3 key points. I'll chop it down to 3 because I can really talk all day. But I'll say the first one would be don't mess with my girl. She's loved and protected.
Period.
The second one would be that love is cool. Not only that love is cool, but like it can be hard. You know what I'm saying? Carl Thomas, Tyrese, Genuine, Bryson. If you want, there's some J. Cole records in there too. But love is cool. And the third one would be on this particular project that the idea, I think there's a narrative out there. I won't say mass majority, but I think it's gone around that like people who get married as time goes on that they don't like love each other no more. Like it'd be one of those things where like they live in different rooms and she's always nagging and he's always out. Or I want this project to be like, yo, if you're this is my camera. If you're married out there and like you like your partner, it's okay to have a good time. You can go out with your partner. Of course, hold your parameters. If you are faith-based and you follow Christ and you know what you need to do, don't get drunk on the wine. You can have some, don't get drunk on it. Like have the stewardship of it. And also you don't need to be out super late because nothing's open. What are you gonna eat? Jack in the Box? Take care of your temple. You know, I'm serious.
I'm sorry, it was just Jack in the Box catching a stray for me.
Fa. But like, yeah, it's cool. You can it's wavy and cool to go out with your girl and have a good time. You don't have to stay in the house. You don't have to you can go have fun. You don't got I understand like you can hang out with your guys. They're cool, but like hang with your girl. She's fun. She's funny. If you know she's funny, she'll hold you down if you broke. Not gonna cap. I don't always be having a cab all the time. Because we have a real relationship, she helps out. Other moments where it's like she has great music taste. She could put you onto some tunes on the night drive on the way back. Sometimes you need another person to drive you if you're tired. Your partner's probably a great dancer. You wouldn't know because you're always sitting down on the couch with her. Take her out to dance, brother. Anyway.
What if she can't dance?
Then teach her.
What if she doesn't want to learn?
Then she's closed off.
What if that's what he loves about her?
Then that works for you. That works for you. It works for you. I think at the end of the day, whatever works for you. But I think the premise of the project is like, yo, Go get outside with your girl.
And show more love to her.
Show more
Spend
love
more
to
time.
her.
Because a lot of times they
Yeah.
think marriage is like this death contract. Like,
It is, but in all the right ways.
Yeah, like
it's in all the right ways. If you're doing it right, yeah, she's gonna get on your nerves. She's gonna argue. There's little things you don't like about her, but guess what? You're not all that either,
just
brother. Your feet stink. You don't wash your dishes.
Cannot relate to that one.
You know,
or both.
I don't be washing my dishes.
You don't wash your feet?
I do wash my feet. She put me on about a year and some change ago about cleaning my feet.
Women in STEM.
You dig? With a shovel. But I have a question.
I have an answer.
I think I have 2 questions. With you listening to that project, what were some what was a key takeaway out of it? Like legit, like you because this was short notice. Like what was like very short notice, but what was the takeaway where you're like, oh, I can take this because I like to make music where when I put it out, it's useful to people, like in the sense of like whether that's a soundtrack for your life or you learned a new gem or maybe I put you onto some slang, whatever that be. Like what is the takeaway?
For me personally, I would say that in my personal marriage, it made me see certain things different with my husband. Like when I'm going through warfare with my own personal family, because I come from like dysfunction a little bit. So when I'm going through my own personal attacks, like I'm coming back home and I'm telling him about how they're treating me and he's taking it on, you know? So I felt like those feelings that you express and like Is You Blind really helped me understand kind of like how he feels sometimes. Like, do you not see how she's being affected by how you're treating her? Do you not see what you're doing? This now affects me because this is messing up my peace because her peace is disrupted. Now we're a unit and we're supposed to be functioning together. So it kind of helped me put other things in perspective because when you're going through it, you're thinking about yourself. You're not thinking about who you're connected to as much.
Yeah.
So
you definitely be feeling it. Like as men, like we care. We may not be able to show it all the time. I don't think all men have had the privilege to know how to work our emotions, but for the most part, we're not blind and we see it. We only know how to fix it in the ways that we were taught in what you give us. And then we try to merge the two. Marriage is like 2 worlds smashing together, quite figuratively and literally. There's pieces going to fly off and some pieces mesh. Some pieces are harder to connect, and now it's a whole thing. But no, we see y'all. We do. I swear we do. It's hard not to. You're right. Like we see you. So yeah, I'm glad that was a takeaway. That's super fire. What? Yeah, cool. Second question that I have, you know what I'm saying? This water was delicious. I'm just gonna kill it.
Go ahead.
My second question would be, Malaysia. I love breaking the fourth wall. Malaysia, my wife is right here. This is that kind of interview. Do you have any questions at all? She doesn't.
His wife is beautiful, by the way.
She's fine.
10 out of 10.
What the heck? You seen her eyebrows? I wish she stopped cutting them. They're amazing. She don't got another question. My second question to you was going to be like, yo, what record would you, if you were out on a date with your boo, you know, y'all got songs that y'all enjoy and maybe sing along
I already know which one I'm about to say.
If you say what I think you're going to say,
you already know which one I'm
then
about
the
to say.
streams are going up.
You already know.
And then we're going to get everyone.
You can say it for
me.
me.
It's locked up, ladies and gentlemen.
You already know.
It's locked up, ladies and gentlemen.
So I was making that on the way here.
Thank you.
You're welcome. A gym is a gym. The second one, Houston.
For sure. I added I don't have to say that, but there's a dog bark in there. If you know, and I'll leave it at that.
Very special parts in that song that a lot of us can reminisce about.
100%. 100%. For sure.
So, lastly,
yeah,
what is something you want your audience to know?
Something I want them
Where
to
can
know.
they stream it?
How
can they hear it?
Listen, y'all, hold on. My check. Let me fix my pants. I was sitting here so uncomfortable. Anywho, Honeymoon in Houston. By the time that you're seeing this, will be out tomorrow. It will be out everywhere. Spotify. We'll see about you, but it's gonna be out everywhere. You know, maybe we'll have merch. Maybe we'll have the merch in there. Shout out to the jacket. Yeah, shout out to the jacket. You know what I'm saying? And like, yeah, man. Love your partners. If you have been heartbroken before, try again. Let God in it first this time. Brother, you know what I'm saying? Sister. And key takeaways from the project. Your partner loves you. They see you. I promise they see you. They probably don't know how to compartmentalize it. I have music, so it helps me be able to put the words together. What else? Get outside the house. Turn the game off. You know, right? Turn the game off. I'll be on Fortnite way too much. I need to just go cuddle. And then third and lastly, like love is wavy. It's wavy, man. It's wavy. And shout out to my homie Baba. He has music coming out too. I'm gonna shout out the gang. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to my homie Baba and shout out to Money Bomber. She did a fantastic job on the project and bringing the feminine energy to the music. Because you know, what is a girl? What is a project for the ladies with no ladies on it? Their voices have to be heard. So that's all I would have to say about that. And yeah, shout out to my wife. She's been laughing the whole time. And Leela too. Appreciate you. And Aaron in the back. What? Crazy stare. Love that. Oh, she did the dance. Fantastic. Yeah. That's probably all I got. That's all I got. Yeah.
And that is it with
Solomon Hayes. And with
Taja Moore Brown.
I appreciate you for being here.
I'm glad to be here.
Oh yeah.
We want them to stream your whole music.
They're going to.
They will.
The way the marketing, don't let me get into it. It's gonna.
But we're gonna bite their ankles.
I'm going to buy your algorithm and shove it there.
I support that. Shove it down their throats, you know.
Pause, but I hear you.
And that's it.
That's it, yo.